Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, we're gonna see Google Cloud PubSub. We're gonna produce a message. We have already seen how we can consume the message from PubSub topic. Okay, so in this video, we'll see how we can produce it. So I've already made the flowchart how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna use a Spring Boot project. We're gonna make a REST controller, push the message into the messaging gateway. And this gateway will be actively looked into by the service activator. Once it receives the message, and the service activator will throw the message using the PubSub template. Okay. Hope this flowchart helps you guys. So if you want, I can also share this with you in the um, GitHub. Okay. Come, let's go into the coding. I'm going to create a new project. It's going to be a Spring Boot starter. I will use the name as produce demo. It's going to be my main project. All this good. PubSub. Okay. Dev app developer. This could be a should. This could be a good name. And I'll update the package name as well. It's going to be this. Sorry. Dot producer demo. Looks good. Can move forward. And let's use the developer tools. And I think in this version it's not available. Let's use this version to get the GCP messaging support, and we are going to use Spring IO. The Spring integration. So let me go there to the integration. The messaging should have the integration. Okay, and let's go make use of the REST controller. We need the Spring Web. Let me type as PubSub. Okay, I think it should be good for now. Okay, let's hit start. Next, let it get downloaded. We want finish. Yep, there you go. We got the project. It should import the Maven dependencies. It's working on that. There we go. We can see the Spring Boot version. Okay, and it's 6.11, 2.6.11, and we got the Spring integration, Spring Cloud GCP PubSub, and Boot Starter Web, and then the integration. Okay, should be having the Spring Boot Starter integration as well. Okay, we'll add it if we. So yeah, here it is, Spring Boot Starter integration. Yep. Hope all good with the dependencies. Let's go into the project and start working. And then start. Let's get and start it. Let's see that it's working fine for us. Good. Didn't work. Okay, so it failed for the dependency of Spring Boot credential file which we have downloaded in a previous video. So you can refer that, how we can download and put it in your class path. So let me get that and put it in the class path and refer that. Okay, and then we can look into that. So let's go into our um, GCP. Let's go into IAM and ID. IAM and ID admin. So here you can see I've already created one. So if you want, you can create one to just produce. Okay, to produce the message. So I've created in the permission of Google Cloud PubSub service agent and the PubSub producer. Okay, go to the keys, which is available here, service account. Click on this and you can see the available keys. Okay, so you can create a new key, and then so once you click on create a new key, so you should be seeing the downloaded JSON file. You can just get that and put it inside the Eclipse. Let me put it here, the resources. Okay, so we got it. So we can just mention that as in our applet properties. Okay, so we need the project name, credential location. Okay, so let me type spring dot cloud dot gcp dot project. This is going to be project ID is going to be 1 minute. Project ID is going to be, let me take the project ID from here. Okay, what is the project ID? It is this one. Let me copy that, paste it. Okay, and the next one is going to be spring dot cloud dot gcp dot credentials. Okay, this one, credentials dot location. This is going to be our class path location, so let us maintain as this class path, and then the file name, it's going to be this. Let me copy this and paste it here. That's it. Let me save this and we'll start it again. So there you go, application has started. So previously we had some errors, because now it's resolved, because we had all the credentials in place and what is the project the Google Cloud has to connect. Let's go now and create our first controller. Let's right click, new. Let me create a class, producer controller. Let me say producer REST controller, and I'll put in a package controller. Okay, should be precise. And let me annotate this as REST controller, and we'll have a post mapping. We'll say public string publish message and it accepts a string message, and we are going to create a gateway. Okay, so let's say I want to create a gateway dot, let's say I'll create a message, send message to PubSub. I'll pass in the message. Okay, and I'm gonna return message sent to PubSub successfully. Got it? That's good. That's where our controller ends. Let us create a gateway. Right click and then create a new class, or let me create an package which is gateway. Let's finish this, and I'm going to create a gateway which is an interface. Okay, let me name this as outbound channel. Good, and we can annotate this as a messaging gateway. Messaging gateway, I'm going to name this as my PubSub gateway, and we're going to make it as a default channel as default request channel. It's going to be, let's name it as outbound message channel. Okay, all good. And now we'll create a method. We'll say void the message. We have it in our REST controller. We'll copy this, and it's going to have a string as a parameter. Let's copy this, go paste here, and make it a string parameter. That's it. So this is going to send us the message into the gateway. So let us create an implementation for this. Okay, this is the implementation is not required, as Spring automatically handles the we're just going to push the message into this default request channel. Okay, so whenever this message is getting called, so this will automatically invoked, so that we have to auto wire the messaging gateway. Auto wire messaging gateway, name it is gateway. There you go. We can uncomment this line. Okay, it's there. Let me save it, and now it should work. Oh, okay, sorry. So ours is outbound channel. So I forgot. Uh, that's the one. We have to import. That's good. So So we have the outbound channel which we have configured. So let me stop this. I think all good now. Let me stop this and go back here. So we have the REST controller which push the message into the outbound channel. So now all good. So till outbound channel the message goes, and from this outbound channel we need someone to pick the message and put it inside the PubSub topic. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create an you know a service activator which will pick the message. Okay, producer service actuator. Okay, let me finish this. Come here, and I'm going to annotate this as a component because it has to be in context, spring context. So and let me create a service activator. Okay, and name it as input channel. For this is going to be our output channel, output message channel. Okay, so that we have created here. So it has to be actively look into this channel. The service activator will look into this. Let me create it as a bean so that it will get invoked. Let me say public message handler type. It's going to return a message handler, which is going to be up. Let me close this. I don't want the return type to be defined now. Let me define just like this because we'll know what. Let me take the PubSub template. It's going to be the PubSub template. Sorry, Control F. Okay, let me format template. Okay. Okay. So this is going to return PubSub template dot. Okay. This is going to send the message, right? So we're going to make a new handler, new PubSub PubSub message handler. Message handler is going to be template, and then the topic which you're going to produce a message to. So this is of a return type of PubSub message handler. So you can type that. Message handler. Okay, so I think it should be good. So let's figure out what is the topic we have in our Google Cloud. Let's go here, go to PubSub, and we have already created a topic, so which is named as PubSub demo. Okay, let's go here, PubSub demo. Think all good. Let's save this and go to Postman. So meanwhile, let's start the application. Go here, right click, run as. Let me see what is the post mapping we have given. And the REST controller. Okay, we have not given the post mapping. Let me say this as publish message. Publish message. Okay, so it's going to use this as the URL. Going to let me go to the app initially. Don't want to waste the time. Let me create a new one, a new HTTP request. It's going to be a post. Let's say whether this application started. Yep, all good. The application is running. Let me start it again. It's not started. Right click, run as Spring Boot. Okay, so application is running. Let's go here, hit http://local host 8080/publish msg, right? So publish message, we'll put this publish message and go to body. Could be raw test PubSub on 8/28/2022. Let's send. There you go, we got an error. Let's see what is that. Payload for the gateway is a string with that call determined must not be null. Okay, sorry, I have to define this as a request body. Request body. Okay, it's going to be a string. So it should work fine now. Let's go back, hit publish. Okay, let's see whether the application is started. Let me stop and then start it again. Run as Spring Boot app. All good. Okay, let's go here, publish the message. Yep, it says PubSub message is sent to PubSub successfully. Let's go back to the PubSub topic, go inside here and look at the messages from this one. Let us pull the message. Yep, there you go. We got the message test PubSub on 8/28/2022. So that's it about producing the message into the PubSub. So we already have a video on how to consume the message from PubSub. Okay, so you also all have a flow chart for that, so you can refer that. If you have any questions, do comment. I'll also give the description in the also give the link in the description, so that will be helpful for you. Hope this video helps you. Thanks for watching the video. Share the knowledge.